know, my name is Ali Saif Ramadhani. I'm a coordinator of human rights clubs, and you know that. But I have a guest coming along with me. She will introduce herself, but we will just have a short discussion, which will be continuing discussion with you before leaving you, which will be about something that I'll introduce later. But for this time, I need to introduce my team. Apart from her, I have come with other two persons who are coming from media department, Miss Rachel and Mr. John Simanza behind the camera. So let me allow Miss Hannah to introduce herself. Welcome. These are Jangwani girls, our human rights club's member. All of them. These are very few. They are many, but these are very few for the matter of this dialogue and discussion. We will discuss with them for a short while, then we'll let them continue with their things. So introduce to them so that they can know you, know why you are here, and then we can proceed. You're most welcome.
Thank you. Hi everyone. Hello. My name is Hannah and I'm from Sweden. I'm here with LHRC for 3 months as an intern because I want to learn more about Tanzania and about you guys and what you do and what you're learning about. So I'm just very excited to be here. Thank you for having me. And I hope we'll have a good discussion today.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Clap for her. Yes. I am sure that we are all Jangwani students, right? And members to Human Rights Club, right? Okay, today we have come to visit you so that Hannah could see what are we doing in our program with young people, children and youth, especially this Human Rights Club program. But also we have a very special discussion which we need to table to you, which is all about death penalty. All about what? Death penalty. How many of you have heard about death penalty? Have you ever heard about death penalty? Also, in Tanzania, there is a law which is called Penal Code. Say Penal Code. The voice is very low. Penal Code. Penal Code. Yes. In Swahili, we call it kanuni za adhabu. Sema kanuni za adhabu. Which is Cap 16 of the Tanzania laws. Which is Cap 16 of the Tanzania law. So under that law, which is talking about all crimes, offense, and their punishment. If you hear about anything about theft, about anything related to crime, it is governed under that law, and if it has not been governed under that law, it has been directed to be governed by another law. But general law governing offenses and crimes is the Penal Code, okay? Under the Penal Code, there is an offense which is called murder. So, murder. Do you know what is murder? Killing somebody, right? Intentionally. It is called murder. So, the offense is being punished by making sure that a person who has been convicted under that offense should be sentenced to death. Should be. Kosa hilo la kuua kwa kukusudia, ukikutwa na hatia, unatakiwa na wewe uwawe. Sawa eh? Sasa ndo tunazungumzia kuhusiana na adhabu ya kifo. Yani kwamba kwenye hiyo sheria inazungumzia mtu aliyeua afanyeje? Under that law, it tells that a person who has killed should be killed. Exactly. So how do you feel to have a law in your community, in your society, that insists the person who has killed should be killed? How do you feel? I want your honest opinion as a person, as a student, young student, adolescent, active young girl. This one, Princess?
My name is Princess Jasmine Mavura and I'm a student of Jangwani Secondary School. In my opinion, I think this case of a murder to also be killed, it's not a great idea because one of the human rights is right to life. And then At the same time, when you do a same mistake of killing someone and you're supposed to be killed, you will see like the right is kind of violated. Yeah.
My name is Isfahan. For my opinion, this a person murders a person, then is sentenced to death to the society. I don't think that is right, because there are others who do it for protecting themselves, maybe for defense. For example, you can see in our society there are other husbands beating their wives, so the wives maybe kill their husbands just because maybe there are some men who are going home, they're drunk, they're beating up their wives every day, so the woman can't bear it. She ends up killing her husband. So there are some people who aren't doing it maybe because they wanted it or they were craving to kill somebody, but they're doing it maybe to protect themselves or restore themselves from some beating or mistreatment. So maybe those people should be taken into action, maybe, or investigated more than being killed.
Together your personal, very personal, honest ideas. If you think it is okay, and if you think it is not, and why? Somebody to be killed by somebody because he or she has killed somebody, and it is under the law. And you are living in Tanzania, right? You are obliged to be governed by that law. And just assume your father is being alleged to kill somebody, and by whatever mistake happened in investigation, your father is found guilty of killing that somebody, and your father have to be killed by the directive of that law, as it will be stipulated by the court to be killed. How will you feel? The feeling?
But because we have rights, and among of rights, right to live. So when you kill somebody, that is not fair. I will feel bad.
She's coming from Sweden, right? Yes, and this is Tanzania. I'm Tanzania, John Tanzania, Rich Tanzania, you Tanzania. We have Tanzania experience. Let's see how, out of the Tanzania as a country, what does the world looks like? Tell us a bit experience of this case in Sweden.
So in Sweden, the death penalty is not allowed. It's illegal because of the points that you've made in the back. It comes down to human rights, and whatever someone might do, they still have the right to life. And so the government's job is to protect its people, and so the government must honor that everyone gets to live. And if you make a mistake, you can go to prison and instead rehabilitate so that you can become a better person and contribute to society. But when you are killed, then you are gone and there's no taking it back. So you have no ability to get better or to see that you were wrong to do something bad to someone else. So in Sweden, we do not allow people to be killed even if they have killed someone else, because we believe that everyone has a right to life and also has a right to a second chance.
That's nice. A good experience. Clap hands for her. Yes. Anybody with something to talk about death penalty? Imagine, we just take one side, but now we get to another side. Imagine, your father is killed by me. Your father is killed by? And I am in front of the court. What would be your suggestion to the magistrate or judge against me?
You did it.
To your father?
Yes, not only to my father, to any person. If you did it by your heart, you wanted to do it. It was not an accident. You did it with your whole mind. You did it. You must be killed.
Okay. If it is intentional, then I must be killed.
Yes.
If it is not intentional,
you must be jailed.
Jailed for life or jailed for 5 years, then I'll be back.
Yes.
Killing another one. How?
Yes.
And I wanted to finish your family. I wanted to kill one after another. What's your suggestion?
You must be killed.
That's nice. That's me. Clap it for her. Yes, another one with opinion that I have killed your father and the court asking for your suggestion. What would it be?
Be arrested for life, because only Almighty has the power to take life, because the one who gave you a life, not us. But if it was for defense, I think that my father was the one who in fault, so he don't have to be arrested.
Okay, so you have already found your father in fault.
Karma, it was for defense.
Okay. Okay.
Even though it was intentionally, it's not a must to kill a person. You can just sentence them to they should be jailed for life, so that even if you tell them to be jailed for 5 years, they'll come again. They'll kill another innocent people, and then the population will decrease.
Are two types of this offense, related offense. There is one we call murder. That murder is intentional killing. I have intention to kill and I kill. Then if they find me guilty, then the decision is to kill me under the law, right? But also there is that what you are talking about, mistakenly killing somebody, right? Not intentionally, but by mistake, in the self-defense, in whatsoever, I have killed somebody. That is what we call manslaughter. Manslaughter. Manslaughter is a killing without intention. And the punishment for manslaughter under the law is life sentence. Okay? So we are not talking at all about killing without intention, because killing without intention under the law, it has been given a life sentence, right? So you'll be staying in jail for life. That is not a problem to us. The problem is, even if you find me guilty of killing somebody intentionally, the decision is to kill me. Is that fair? That is what we are talking about. Okay? Yes, so let us center our discussion in that point. I have killed somebody, and remember, I will not investigate myself. There is a department where there are people who are not perfect, who might miss some points, and come along with the conclusion that after investigating this case, we have found that Mr. Ali Sefu has killed somebody intentionally. Are we together? So after saying that, and the court realize and get satisfied with that reason, they say, now we found Ali Sefu is guilty of murder and the sentence is death. So how is it sound to you? That's why I said I've killed your father. So what do you think?
I think that is very good. Someone who killed intentionally to be killed, because for other people we learn from that person. The person is killed after kill someone. So if we kill two, we will be killed under the law. Yes, that is my point.
Thank you so much.
Tell maybe to stay in jail for some years, then other people will learn. If I kill somebody, I only stay in jail for 2 years, and it's not long for me. So that person should be killed.
Okay, another one? So, yeah, the suggestion is to kill. Okay.
I think that the person should be killed, because we all know that here in Tanzania we are governed by the laws, and the law said that when you kill someone you have to be killed. So I think that the person should be killed as long as the law said that.
Okay, thank you so much for that contribution. Another one?
I think the person should not be killed,
The person should not be killed.
because when you're going to kill the one who killed someone, it doesn't mean that you're going to take the person back. Yeah. I think also the one who killed should be given a second chance.
In the community that you are living, like in the world, assume the world is a small community where you are living, right? You are only 100 people. Only 100 people. And among the 100 people, one has intentionally killed one. How many will we remain? 99. 90? 99, 98. Listen again. We are only 100 people, right? One among us has killed someone intentionally. How many will we remain? 99. Among the 99, there are righteous, 98 righteous and 1 sinful, right? We, the 98, we are sitting as a council to decide what to be done to this one who has killed one, right? And we decided to kill this one, okay? Then after killing this one, how many will we remain? But killing this one, we'll need someone among us to kill this one, right? Then after killing this one, we're just looking around and see, but you killed that, right? Is that the same killing what we accused, right? So we among the 98, we are sitting again to discuss about this one who killed the one, right? After going to that cycle, how many will we remain? 0, right? 1. The nature will kill the one, right? No, the nature will kill the one. Yes.
They will remain 2. Yeah. And then this one will supposed to kill this. So remain 1.
Because you killed something.
Yeah.
After remaining myself, and the nature kills me. How many will you remain?
0.
So, what is the society? What is the society? Does the society being built by trees?
Wait. No.
Okay.
I think.
What is the intention of having this manhood? Why are we here? Why are we here?
I think in that case, the one who killed a person intentionally should be killed, but the one who killed the one, and I mean the one who killed the one who, should be killed, but the one who killed the one who killed, should not be killed. Because it was according the law.
Now we are going to kill this because she killed this. And now it is our intention.
Wait, but remember, the one at the first time between those 2 people, the one, if we don't involve us other members, you remain you and you are the one who killed that girl, then the council sentenced you to, to be killed.
Is righteous enough among us to kill somebody else, right? As nobody is righteous enough to determine who is going to heaven and who is going to hell, right? We are all fighting and all God knows, right? Yes, that's the case. But also, just assume, let's go out of that killing. Just assume you are coming late in school and you are being whipped for being late, right? What's the intention of the whipping? What does the teacher want from you? Yes.
I think the teacher wants you, next time you should try your level best to come early in school. Yeah.
Come early in school. And how will the teacher assess that change? How will she know that the whipping has helped you to come to school as she wants?
Because of the pain that you feel after you get beaten for certain behavior.
How will I give you this? First of all, we have not come to tell you that this is what right thing to be done. We have come to stimulate discussion. Our passion and intention is that even after we go here, you will have the continuing discussion about this, right? Because I know we are coming from diverse background, right? Diversified background. Some of you are Muslim, some of you are Christian, some of you are from urban, some of you are from rural, right? Yeah. In Muslim ideology, we accept jihad. We accept jihad. But in jihad, which also sometimes talk about killing, right? Killing for heaven. Is it applicable to date? You may find, is it applicable to date? But is it applicable to Tanzania context, to the global context, and so and so and so? Because we are Tanzanians, we are governed by the laws. Tanzanians is not affiliated or relied to any part of the religion. Then we are not obliged to follow any religion's principles as a nation, but individually we are, right? So you cannot kill somebody and saying, no, I killed him because it is jihad. Remember, Prophet Muhammad killed somebody. That will not apply. But I want to give you these 10 reasons, internationally agreed, why we should end death penalty. First reason, no state should have the power to take a person's life. No state should have the power to take a person's life. When we talk about state, just assume about the country like Tanzania and the government under Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan, right? Mama Samia Suluhu Hassan has been elected from the people has been elected as an ordinary person to that presidential level, right? It doesn't give her the powers to take other people's life, because she doesn't give life to people, but she just coordinates the welfare and well-being of the people who elected her and who has not elected her, right? So that is the reason. The second reason, death penalty, it is irrevocable. You can't revoke death penalty. How many times have you made mistakes? Who is sure that she will never make mistake? No one. Because even by creation, God says that human beings, we are not perfect. How many are sure that judges and magistrates are perfect? How many are sure that investigative systems, including CIA, FBI, police in Tanzania, are perfect? No one, right? Yes. Then mistakes may happen. Some people may be schemed to some crime scene, maybe schemed to some offense, so that somebody can quench his personal interest, right? Yeah, death life taking all other opportunities of a person. So that is the reason. But also it is unfair. It is unfair to take a life of a person which you have not given it. But also it is inhuman, cruel, and degrading. How many of you have ever seen a video of somebody who is being hanged? How many of you have ever seen a video of somebody who is being hanged, killed? You have seen it? How does it look like? Tell us the feeling when you just watch it.
Like someone is leaving a head front, and it feels so bad how someone is sick, how someone is being. It's not good.
Denies any possibility of rehabilitation, right? If you have ever broken a cup at home and your mother or your father said it's okay, but you don't do it again, how do you feel? Safe, right? But if they say, by breaking this cup, we are killing you, how do you feel? Even that threatening statement of, I will kill you today, you don't sleep in this house, how do you feel? You feel like the world is all over you, right? You say, today I'm dying. That face of mom, that is not the face, right? You said what? I will kill you. Wait the father to be back. The father. Mother, don't tell it. The father. You see? So, that's the reason. But also, it creates more pain. Assume, I have killed your father, your father, but you are my daughters, right? And now the decision is I have to be killed. How will you feel? Your father is being killed. Pain, right? But also because you have lost your father, how will you feel when I am being killed? Will your father get back? No. Yeah. So it sounds like that. It is more pain than to be relief. It is applied overwhelmingly in violation of international standards. We have international human rights standards, starting from the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, International Convention on Civil and Political Rights, International Convention on Social, Economic, and Cultural Rights, and more to be mentioned. All of those will be violated because all of those, their foundation is the right to life. Right to life. If you are not living, then which right do you have? Before to claim any other right, you have to claim right to life. Without that, no human being will be alive. But the eighth, it is counterproductive. Doesn't bring any positive result. But the ninth, it is inefficiency and it doesn't keep society safer. We have this punishment for more than 20 years in Tanzania by itself. Not in the world, in Tanzania by itself. We have the punishment for more than 20 years. Does that make the people stop killing? When you watch news, television, when you read newspaper, you listen to radio, how many times have you heard about people have killed somebody? A number of times, right? So the existence of that law, that provision, and even the execution of that provision has not brought any efficient toward ending killing each other, right? I think we need another thing, maybe to use religion, maybe to use any other means to tell people not to kill other people, right? Yes, but the law is there for more than 20 years and people still killing each other. But the 10th and the final for this part, not all murder victims' family want the death penalty. There are people who are most religious, touched by the hearts and everything to God. And when you say that, you know, this guy has killed your son, so tell us what should be done to him or how whatsoever, they will tell that, leave them, may God bless them, they don't know what they are doing. Whoa. You know those people? Yeah, like bishop, sheikh. Even when you just beat them, they say, you don't know what you are doing. May God bless you. So those people, when you ask them about killing, they will not tell you kill that people because they don't believe on killing for killing, right? They tell, let that Jesus will pave the way. Because that came for God, we go for God. Yeah, it is like that. But we, the gangster from the slum city, kill that guy, we don't bring that heart. So, yes, welcome.
100% unfair, because when you sentence a person to die, it's not that a person maybe starts maybe in age of 15. Yeah. When you reach 15, then you are called a person. Yeah. Even a person under 18 is also a person, right? So maybe he or she did by mistake, and that child has a future to go ahead. He or she wants to study and fulfill his dream, something like that. So I think so it's not supposed to be there.
Okay, before getting back the mic, start from there and we get around. What is your suggestion? What to be done?
We should find alternative ways of punishing a person instead of killing, by age regardless. For example, maybe a person, maybe he or she is 18, so maybe supposed to sit in jails for 2 months or 5 years and something like that. You find some people killed maybe by mistake, and that person, when you see is 60 and above, what can you do for that? And when you arrest that 6th age person is really old, he or she wants to get a great care from people, and may lead to death also.
So maybe I can suggest we can give them to jail for life, but still we can check on the age. Example, for a person who is under 18, he or she can continue with education while he or she is in jail. A person who is above 18, maybe he or she will do maybe hard works there in order just to improve the development of the country, instead of just taking him or her death and then the country will just decrease in development. Yeah, that's it. So maybe I can suggest we can give them to jail for life, but still we can check on the age. Example, for a person who is under 18, he or she can continue with education while he or she is in jail. A person who is above 18, maybe he or she will do maybe hard works there in order just to improve the development of the country, instead of just taking him or her death and then the country will just decrease in development. Yeah, that's it.
Under 18 years should be sent in jail, and this one what I said. But other people cannot be sent in jail, but he be like in being investigating for what is done, he or she has done. He be like studying at school, but there's a person who is watching at him or her all the time. While when he comes back, he goes to jail and do the thing that jails needs to be done.
I'd like to correct you all, saying that for people who are under 18 years old, according to Tanzania, we are saying that 18 years old, above 18 years old is an adult, right? And for people who are under, they're not adults. So when a person who is under 18 years old kills a person, he or she is not sentenced to death or what? He or she is kept or is taken to a juvenile home. You understand what I'm saying? So the government understands what they're doing because they are not, maybe they don't understand more because they're not adults. So they're taken to juvenile home. When they go to the juvenile home, the government provides all the basic needs. They provide food, maybe they give shelter and also they give education because they remember that they're children and they have right to education. So the government provides for them.
I don't think like sentencing someone to jail may make a person stop killing or to be killed, because first, when you're going to sentence someone to jail, you are going to reduce the country's development, because the government will have a budget for giving all basic needs to those prisoners. Instead, the money would be used for the country's development.
While they're in jail, government should provide teachers or counselors to counsel them that should not stop this, because when they left them like that, they're not being given education or knowledge, they will not stop that thing. They will continue, even if they're out of jail, they will continue that habit. So I think while they're in jail, they're supposed to provide them education or knowledge.
I think maybe we can make something which can sense everything which a person is doing, and then that object will be put on his or her leg or even the hand, and then if he or she wants to repeat again the mistake, the object will start making noise.
For those who kill people, it's not good for them to be killed too. For them, it's better not to be sentenced in jail for life, to just be kept in jail for some years, only for some years, and then they be brought out to the society and continue with their activities. Some people may learn in that jail and be afraid to kill again because will be returned again to jail.
Kind of punishment should be taken if a person kills another person. To me, it's like, what about that person can be sentenced that should be given a punishment which is more severe than death, and then after that he or she can go back and continue with his or her activity.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much, everyone, for your contribution and suggestion. As we said earlier, this is not an end of the discussion, it's the beginning of the discussion. Do you remember that in every year that we globally commemorate the Anti-Death Penalty Day? You don't know that? Yeah, it is on every 10th October of every year. Globally, there is a commemoration of anti-death penalty, right? So that commemoration invites different stakeholders, including you, young people, children and adolescent youth, to bring your innovation, to bring your idea of what should be done so that we as a global community can contribute towards the ending of the death penalties in different countries. There are a number of countries which has abolished death penalty, including Sweden, as we heard that. But also, we as a Tanzania country, as a Tanzanian developing country, we need people as a labor, we need people as a man force and everything. So if we kill our people, then we just declining away from the development initiative. So I think we can jointly make this happen. It might not be a one-day work, but it needs us to understand, to get aware. And you today, you are young people, but you are the hope of this nation, because we believe among you there are leaders, among you there are businessmen, among you there are investors, among you there are judges and magistrates. So once in a time that will be coming to those chairs, will you feel comfortable to sentence a person to death? And that should come to be your endless discussion in your mind, with your friend, in your groups, in your classes. How is it feeling to have your family member being executed? How is it feeling to be you, the one who to be executed? It's like that. Thank you so much for your time. Let me get this mic to Hannah so that she can give us her final remarks. Then we will wind up the session. Welcome.
thank you again for letting me be here and for sharing your opinions. It's interesting to hear what you have to say. I think that for me, a core belief that I have is that no other person should have the right to take another person's life. We shouldn't be able to judge who should live and who should die, because then we can go into a very dangerous path and end up with no one left on earth. But I think keep talking about it, keep thinking about it, and you guys are the future of tomorrow, and it's really interesting to hear what you have to say. Thank you.